Pile of jelly. But, you know, even though it's been 25 years since Ken has done, you know, any sort of fighting, he's got some bionics that he had installed, and, you know, now he's ready to go.
Yeah, being a world-class Street Fighter, you never really lose that. It's sort of like riding a bike.
Yeah. Yeah.
After 25 years, you can just step right back in and start fighting again. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
Happens
So
all
anyway,
the time.
the killer, like, they stole their remarkable cyboplasm invention. And then they went to various worlds and, like, they're infecting it with all this cyboplasm. And it's, like, taking over everything, turning it into, like, aliens and stuff. So Ken has, like, this personal teleporter that's equipped to his weird spacesuit. But it takes a bunch of power, and he has to fight stuff and steal its power. So he could keep teleporting from space to space.
Never knowing if his next leap could be the leap home.
Well, he wasn't trying to go home, he's trying to get the killer.
Okay. Fine.
Then once he does it, at the end of the game...
I got the Quantum Leap reference.
Good, thank you. I'm sorry, go on.
I mean, yeah, I should have thought of it. Anyway, at the end of the game, he, like, literally just jumps from whatever planet he's on to Earth. Oh, and eventually he gets the killer. I mean, sorry, spoiler. Yeah, good stuff.
Well, we had an improved run from Error. He's down to a 223, now officially up there on the board. So we have a close race here. It's just 3 seconds separating these two, with 11 minutes left on the clock.
Yo, either way, there's still time. Like it seems like there's really no strategy that's necessarily better for either of these guys are doing. It's more about execution and hoping for good luck, seeing how many good runs you can get in.
So this stuff that spawns that you have to fight here, is it spawn randomly, or is it spawn the same way every time?
It's mostly random.
I see.
No, it's entirely random.
Okay, so you're not going to be able to know, you know, I kill this guy and the next guy's going to appear from there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of getting just really adept at the fighting.
Yeah. I guess maybe at their start, if they like put in no inputs, it'll start the thing.
Yeah, it probably starts very similar because we're starting from a save state. But then I imagine it would diverge. If it's really random, it would probably diverge quickly.
So while it's random, they'll still like they appear on the screen at the same rate. So it's not like you have to wait for the thing you need to kill it.
Right, you just don't know exactly how you're going to kill the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do both of these rings and these little, I don't know what these things are, the two different kinds of things you're fighting there in the first stage, do they both give you power? Oh no, it looks like just the rings.
Just the one that's the target. Not that we see that screen there.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, they're not going to be losing time on stage 1 unless... Really, the only deciding factor is how long it takes them to kill the last one.
Sometimes it takes a while for them to spawn.
Well, yeah, and I imagine if you're slow killing one of them, it's going to take longer for the next one to spawn.
Sure. Yeah, two of them can be on the screen at once.
Ah.
So as long as you don't have... As long as you're killing one, not leaving them on the screen for too long. Also, their movement is, it's not random, but it's... Like, you manipulate it for the most part. But actually, the ones that spin will sometimes switch what they're doing and start shooting at you. I'm not exactly sure what affects that. Looks like Zenic is really going for just a really good level 1 now.
Ah, it's a bad double scorpion pattern. They've spawned too low. Couldn't even hit either of them from my spot.
Well, assuming those splits were accurate, it looks like Error has been able to save enough time in the first 2 stages that he really could get a run that ties or beats Zenic's run. So we'll see if that actually happens in the next 7.5 minutes. So this is a Capcom game.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Pretty
guess,
late NES game.
yeah, I was thinking. Well, wait, hold on. 1990 is what this says, so maybe it's not that late.
I guess it's not that late.
Yeah, it looks like 1990.
Dang, Final Fight's older than I thought. This would have to be like newer than Final Fight.
Street Fighter, you mean?
No, I mean Final Fight.
Final Fight.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, I know Street Fighter is like pretty old,
87, I think.
but I mean, Final Fight is a quality product, and they I mean, just because of the subtitle.
I see. Is there meant to be a connection to Final Fight?
No,
Okay.
that's just a US thing.
I see.
They added the Final Fight.
It's the Final Fight.
Yeah. Street Fighter 2010, the Final Fight. Joke's on them, because there's a new Street Fighter later than 2010.
Guess it wasn't the Final Fight. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, what if they made another one of these?
Another Street Fighter 2010, the Final Fight.
Yeah, let's call it Street Fighter 2010 2.
It's always weird when we're
Still 2010.
right. It's always weird when we end up being past a date that was originally chosen because it sounded like it was really future-y. You know.
I wish people would still make like futuristic things that had 2000 on the end.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like just poorly predicted future. Like everyone is in hover cars and with their video telephones.
Well, like Back to the Future. Yes, this is definitely the day to be thinking about that.
True.
Back to the Future Day. Where's my hoverboard?
Oh, you make such a good pizza because you put it in the rehydrator or whatever they.
Sure, rehydrate a good pizza.
But seriously though, where are the hover cars? Come on.
Alright, another completed run from
Yeah, and one
Zen.
thing that players have to look out for, there are some of these enemies will blow up when you touch them and you'll take damage. But if they're the target, then they will not like release their energy when they blow up. That's some Back to the Future music right there.
Not true.
But we were talking about Back to the Future 2, so you should really have Back to the Future 2 included music.
Maybe I spoke.
Quality Beam software product right there.
Yeah, I was too... Yeah, I mean, I jumped the gun on that. It wasn't a completed run from Zenic at the time that I said it. Less than a minute to go.
I like how the hitbox stream, one of them says it's still playing Castlevania 3.
A much better game than... No, this is a pretty good game. But yeah, it's Castlevania 3, it's hard to compare to that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you haven't been playing that for like
Forever?
8 months.
Yeah.
And actually it was Kumajo Densetsu, not Castlevania 3.
That's true, it probably was. Well, wait, it is now time for last reset. This is your last chance to reset. And no more resets past right now.
As official reset judge, I approve.
You agree?
It's over.
Error says it's over. Give Zenic a chance. Well, never mind. Zenic just took a death. So I think both people are finished. And that's it. Well, this match, it looks like Zenic manages to take it by almost 3 seconds with a 220.96 to Error's 223.67. Alright, well that's 1 point on the board for Zenic now, so we've got 2 more matches to go. The winner of this is going to be determined by best 2 out of 3, so if Error wants to win this, he's going to need to take the next 2 matches. And Zenic only needs to win 1 of the next 2 matches if he wants to advance. We're switching over now to this excellent game, Banana Prince. This was our mystery game. The players had only an hour to work on it, so they're pretty new to this game, and neither of them had any speedrun experience with it. I don't think very many people at all had any speedrun experience with this game. This is probably the first time seeing it for, I think, almost everybody here.
So tell us about bananas.
I'll tell you all about bananas. Full of potassium. me see if I can dig up the soundtrack for this. I'm going to give the players a moment just to acclimate themselves to this. Oh yeah, shoot. If you guys don't mind, I'm sorry to have to make you do it. Could you, at some point, download the new version of the Lewis script before we start this match? You can get this. You can get it from the website, and I'll give you a couple minutes to set that up again and get back to playing Banana Prince before we go.
I don't know if you noticed this, but my name is pretty close to Banana.
Pure
You know what that
coincidence. No, I don't know what that means. What?
I don't know. Killing in Dead Space.
I did find the soundtrack. Oh, that's good. Looking forward to hearing that. We're going to let Rainwave play for a little bit longer. Who's the Lure program? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I wrote the Lewis script. Freeball ported it over to BizHawk.
There's a test upload for you.
Okay. Thanks.
Does the BizHawk stuff work with, like, just Game Boy, or?
Well, in theory it would work with anything. It's just that like displaying stuff on the screen, like all the drawing functions are specific to Game Boy because it's just the size of that screen. You know, I mean, you could use it on another game, but the timer would be in the wrong place. It would look weird.
But in theory, you could
Yeah,
play everything on BizHawk.
we could, except that everyone hates using BizHawk for this show, and we
Really?
hate helping people set up on BizHawk because more than 50% of the people have some sort of problem that needs to be solved, whereas FCEUX and SNES9X work for everyone all the time. Almost all the time.
Yeah, makes sense. I used to use BizHawk more, but then it kept slowing down a bunch, and I had no idea why.
Yeah, that's one of the problems we see. Also, unexpected crashes. It's got some problems. It's getting better and better all the time, but, you know, for now, we use it just because there's no other way for us to play our Game Boy games.
Yeah.
And, you know, use a Lua interface.
So when are the DOS games?
That would be cool. I'd like to get some, you know, Commander Keen, some Duke Nukem, etc., but I think we gotta wait a little bit. I don't know that there's a Lua scriptable tassing emulator for DOS.
Yeah, I wonder what they actually use
For DOS tassings?
yeah.
I've seen some people task DOS games
Hourglass?
by making their own. Like, they write their own stuff to do it, which seems like a lot of work. Monster Bash? Yep.
Look, Bad Break City do it. He knows all about it. He knows that it's Spanish for two.
Okay, so thanks you guys for updating the Lua script. Appreciate that. I'm about to switch over and I'll let you guys know when we're going to start.
Skyroad's good.
Okay. Alright. Well, I think I'm ready to go over here. Are you guys ready to start this match?
I think so. I'm a lot better at this
Oh, I
game than I am with Street Fighter. I've only played it an hour.
Okay. Well, then I think we're ready to go here on my end. So, without further ado, I'm gonna give you guys the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. And they're off. 30 minutes on the clock. They're playing this game called Banana Prince, trying to beat the first 3 stages, World 1, which consists of 2 stages and a boss fight. No, 3 stages and a boss fight? I can't. Yeah.
3 stages in a boss
It's
fight.
3. Yeah, the boss is its own stage. Or is, well, part of stage 3 rather than being its own stage, rather. Yeah. And if I remember correctly, it's the 3rd stage where it starts to diverge from the speed run. Because
Yes.
we're not using warps here. So there are some warps that let you cut some shortcuts out of here. I think part of stage 3 is skipped, and the boss fight is skipped. Alright, let's put on some Banana Prince music and hear what this game's soundtrack is like. Oh yeah, it's pretty much what I expected. Man. So this game was originally a Famicom game. That's the version they're playing right here, the Famicom version. And it was localized Germany, so there is a PAL German version of the game as well. From what I have read, there's not much different to it other than some graphical changes and some text changes. So this old man that's following them around, you can use him to kill enemies, but you can only use him so often. He will get this dizzy animation after he gets used. It'll take a while to go away. But as you can see, you can use this vine power-up. The idea is this guy has a bag of magic seeds, and he throws a seed on the ground and it grows into a vine, and he uses that to climb around. Got this dash, this like duck and slide thing that you can do to get some fast speed, so there's a bit of fast movement here. It's looking like attacking slows you down just slightly. It's hard to tell, but it looks like it does if you're on the ground. So there's that needs optimizing. Oh, but you have to be careful not to dash into a wall because the stun animation takes quite a while to get out of.
So it's either picking up rings. It's like
Game's Sonic.
comparable to Sonic. Yeah, it's the wrong type of ring. Make it like Sonic. Not that type of ring.
Aren't the rings in Sonic meant to be going on someone's finger?
They have to be a pretty big finger.
Or maybe Sonic is very small.
These are all like wedding ring.
Well, the other one's a wedding band. It's like the non-jeweled kind.
You got me there. And these might not be wedding rings. They're some sort of gem. Indeterminate colored gem.
They're college rings.
I like this timer. It's
Yeah, the timer's going
Freaking out.
crazy.
look at it. The hour. It's not how a hourglass works.
Oh yeah, it's like sand in the bottom and it suddenly gets teleported to the top and then drops again. Yeah, it's some weird magic hourglass.
Not to mention the numbers, just like
Yeah, they're zipping by.
fast. Go, go, go!
Okay, Zenik gets the first run in at a 2:22. Arcano is taken over as the timing referee, so he's going to be doing the timing for the rest of this episode. Trying to figure out if this boss is supposed to be like a cucumber or if it's just a really unripe banana.
I would assume banana.
Yeah, I
My take.
guess. But there's other vegetables besides, and fruits. Other vegetables and fruits in this besides bananas. So I think any food item is
Could be
on
a
the
pickle.
table. It could. I mean, a pickle.
Oh wait,
could
is
be.
it a? Yeah, it's a bean. Yeah, it's obviously a bean.
It's a bean pod.
Yeah.
There you
No,
go.
no. Looking at it a bit closer. What were we thinking? Haha. So, what are you gonna do if someone's up 2-0? Or if
2-0?
Zenic-
We'll keep playing unless.
Unless I
one of
rage quit.
Right. Well, unless one of the players doesn't want to, then.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, I'm winning this match.
Gotta go for those points.
I mean, I would think that after spending a week working on these games, you probably want to at least give yourself a chance to put a run or two on the board, even if it doesn't matter, just
Yeah.
because otherwise the practice is for nothing.
So is that like a tunnel they have to pay to get through? Or like a shop?
I'm not sure if you're paying there or if you go into it and then cancel out of it to come out the other door. Are you spending rings there?
It might just be like
No.
a side.
No, you're not. And there we have it up on the board, the 221 from ZenicReverie. Yeah, Mythical points out that the slide is faster than walking by a little bit, so you want to throw in as many as you can. And trying to decide how many of them you can throw in safely is important, because if you do one too many and end up sliding into something, that's basically going to be a reset. Because the stun animation is so long that in just a one-on-one match that's very likely going to be extremely close, a single bonk is probably the end of it.
It looks significantly faster. To me. Sliding.
Yep, it sure does. Yeah, I'd say a little bit is an understatement.
Yeah, mystical. Shh.
Oh, I forgot to change the name of what we're playing to Banana Prince, so that all the Banana Prince fans who go searching for that game will find this stream. Surprisingly, not a lot of games in the database that start with the word banana. Not nearly enough banana-themed video games. About 7 frames per slide is what Myth says. That doesn't seem like very much. Is there a bananas in pajamas game? There is not. At least not listed in the Giant Bomb database.
I guess walking's pretty fast too. I got thrown off by how the jumping seems to slow you down a lot.
Yeah, you're right. It's when you look at the jumping, it seems like your horizontal movement is really slow, but when you're on the ground, you move really fast. I really like games where jumping slows you down, which sounds kind of counterintuitive, but I think it makes for very cool routing problems.
Oh boy, you're not gonna like it on Friday then.
Not gonna like it on Friday. Friday is RoboCop.
Yep.
Which makes you faster when you jump, assuming you jump again immediately when you land. Is that the idea?
It's just always faster.
It's just always faster. Okay.
When you fall, you like move sideways a crazy amount.
Well, that's
Oh,
okay
boy.
too. I mean, anytime the jumping affects the movement speed, regardless of which direction. Either way, it makes it more interesting than just a hold right and press A kind of game. All right, we got one of the comparison videos up. Let me also put that up on Error's screen as well. Even though he's not up on the board, he's still going to be competing against the only other time that's up there.
I guess they would both be competing against
Yeah.
the same video every. Well, yeah, but I mean different.
Yeah.
Synchronized.
Typically, well, the way I have it set up is that if a person's not on the board yet, I don't bother to show the comparison because we don't know what person specifically they're going to be trying to beat, and it would be kind of silly to compare them against the first place run if the person's not going to get anywhere near there, or against the last place run if the person's going to obviously beat that. So, but in this case, only 2 people, so we may as well see them all the time.
So I have a question. There's going to be some episodes where it's 1v1 with mystery games only.
There might be. I mean, there's supposed to be, but we're giving people the option of doing week-long instead. But there may well be mystery only.
So how would you time that sort of thing? Or I mean, like 3 mystery games.
Oh, we do it like
a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while. But we would do it like the Thursday format. We give them a game. Well, they would vote in the beginning with a big pool of games, and we would take the top 3 ones that they agree on. But we would reveal them one at a time. Reveal it, practice an hour, do a half-hour match. Take a 5-minute break, reveal the next one, hour practice, half-hour match, etc.
That does seem pretty lengthy.
It is. It'd be about 4.5 hours minimum. So
Do you
that's...
have any do you have any ideas how to shorten that?
It's been suggested that we do stuff like roll the practice time into the match time, just like give people 60 minutes of whatever they want to do, practice as long as they want, then go into it. But I feel like once the practice time is reduced too much, it becomes a little bit more noisy,
Mm-hmm.
We feel like if you give them enough practice time, we should be able to get a true measure of who's better than whom. But even an hour practice is maybe not enough to get that. So I'm a little hesitant to reduce it. The other option is if we can, I don't know, just have some sort of honor system to tell people the day before and give them 3 hours to practice 3 games. And then tell them, you can't do it again. You can't practice these games or play any of them again. But that would be really hard to enforce.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is an interesting question. We've had some discussions about how to make it a little bit easier to do something like that. But pretty tricky. Well, we got runs on the board from both players right now. Error pulled a 2:18, which is now going to be the first place time. In a moment when Ark is finished doing the timing for that, we'll see it up there on the board. And there it goes. It's 2:18.26, so that is now the time to beat. Yeah, Mike, you could do that, have them practice the things 3 hours before the stream starts, but that doesn't really solve the problem of the player having to spend 4.5 hours straight of playing. I mean, that just means less stream time, and I don't think the viewers mind watching people, practice new games and things like that. I mean, we can keep it interesting. It's not a matter of trying to cut down on the broadcast time. I'm trying to, save people's thumbs from falling off, basically.
Sure.
Just a byproduct of doing something you love. Exactly. It's alright if you lose a few thumbs as long as you're having a good time.
It was bound to happen.
Your thumbs will
Losing a
fall
ru-
off someday.
Well, I wasn't referring to that, but yeah.
Okay.
There's a couple things in Street Fighter that really make me want to, lose my thumbs. This is pretty easy on the thumbs. My thumb's gonna fall off in the second goal of Street Fighter. Trying to one-cycle the first boss enemy.
Yes.
But, bound to happen was that I lost a run by saying yes to the shopkeeper, so she wasted time asking if I actually did want to confirm to buy this item.
Oh. So I have to say, from what I've seen so far, this looks like a pretty impressive speedrun. I think that this would be a fun game to have back here on SGL again.
Yeah, and this is just the start of the game.
Yeah, it's just
Apparently.
World 1.
Unless the stages start with 0. Or they start at 8 and you go down to 1.
Mythical in the chat here explains that the reason this shop is tough is because you have to hold the button in order to scroll the text fast, but if you continue to hold the button after the text is finished, you automatically agree to buy the first item. So you need to be watching the text, but then I guess letting off the button just in time to avoid making a purchase. Yeah, shopkeepers in speedruns are real jerks. So still just the first 2 submissions up there on the board. It doesn't look like anyone has improved their initial time yet. But right now the ball's in Zenic's court because Error is the one with the 218.
God dang it! Guess who bought from the shopkeeper again?
Ah, nice.
Was it you?
No, guess again.
Maybe. I'll give you 3 guesses.
It was me.
How dare you?
Yeah.
The winner of this episode is Feasel.
It's me. I win. It's rigged. Yeah, so Myth points out that you have to do this shopkeeper at the end of every stage, because the way this works is you reach the end of the stage and it gives you 3 doors, and all 3 doors will take you to the next stage, but the shopkeeper happens to be the closest door to you, so it's the fastest one to take.
Now that shopkeeper's not the one that gets me.
That's not the one? I see.
Because you can hold A for that one and then press B when the text box comes up.
Oh, alright, that's not the bad one. Okay, good. It's this one at the midway door that takes you through the wall there, right?
Right.
Are all these shopkeepers also fruit or vegetable themed?
Yeah, it looked like one of them had a pumpkin on her head, another one had a watermelon on her head. So I think it's definitely produce themed through and through. We got
Except for, ironically, Banana King.
Except for the Banana King.
Or, actually, I don't know. I'm assuming that's what the main character is, but maybe that's
Prince.
antagonist. Oh, Prince. Well, I'm just foreshadowing.
Okay, someday he'll be Banana King.
Mhm.
Well, we got a really good run.
Also, I'm enjoying this old guy that just spins around you forever weapon.
That's PB.
And there we go. Error just finishes a run with massive time savings. It looks like, well, compared to 2.7 seconds. That's pretty big. Just about doubles the gap between him and Zenic.
Man, that boss has a lot of health.
Yeah, that took a while. He got in there well under 2 minutes, and I thought, oh man, it's going to be a huge PvP, but it turned out the fight was forever.
The fight is half the goal.
Right. It's a long.
It feels like half the
It's a long fight. Yeah.
I like how there's a tomato factory on the map.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what's in there.
tomatoes.
Wonder what's in there.
Maybe pizzas. Lots of tomatoes and pizzas. And lasagna too. I gotta keep up appearances.
Yes.
Okay, boss down on Zenic's stream. Let's just see what the final time is. Clocks in at a 2:17.5, so that puts him ahead of Error's old run, but I think he's still about 2 seconds behind Error's new run. We'll know Error's new run time officially in just a moment when Ark finishes with it.
$3,000 frames. It's 50 seconds. It's a good boss fight.
But oh yeah,
Considering
3,000
nothing
frames.
happens at all.
Wow.
You're just standing there constantly hitting it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a minute. It's not like it has a weak point. You hit it like 60 times.
Stop it.
I couldn't identify that one.
It was Banana Prince. I have a script that is rendering each of these input recordings into a video that gets played back there, and that was just the emulator not muting itself when it was supposed to. A permanent dance party.
Oh man, probably like 4 frames faster.
Alright, Error just makes a slight improvement to his PB, just as we get the timing for his other PB.
I'm gonna want to know the exact frames on that, because I predicted 4.
Stop
I
it.
feel it in 5.
So the vine you need for some of these bigger jumps, if you're too far to the edge of the platform, it won't grow. So
I guess it
you
makes
actually need
sense.
to be a little bit away from it to ensure it, well, happens.
Is the vine, is it like a one-shot item, or is it?
No, it's
Alright.
it's a special ability. There's a power-up that makes the vine bigger?
Does seem like a neat mechanic. Or does it? I don't know. It's the Karnov ladder.
I think a portable ladder is a good power up. 7
Instead of a game
frames.
where your only weapon is a ladder.
Yes!
The guy
Super
carrying the ladder.
brothers.
7. Well, I was closer.
Alright, looks like we have Error's updated run up there. So now I think our board is up to date right now. Looks like the best time is 2:15.59. That is the time to beat. Less than 2 seconds ahead of Zenic's time.
Let's see if we can find where the time is lost. It could be anywhere.
New run video.
Ah, he lost his time when he fell in that pit. Solved
Yeah.
his soul.
Falling in the pit seems to have cost him some time. Alright, looks like we got a boss fight going on here on the left.
By the way, are you getting like some background noise from my mic or something? Because I
No.
can see it like shows my name on the.
If no one's talking, Skype will cycle through everyone who's in the call. Every 4 seconds it'll switch to a different name.
Yeah. I'm just paranoid that it's like it seems like it's showing mine a lot.
I don't know, maybe there is some noise then, but it sounds okay to me.
I
Alright,
don't
just
hear
making sure
anything
this-
extra.
I've had some like mic issue.
Alright, well we got 213.9 coming in from Error here. So took almost 2 seconds off of his PB, with a little over 2 minutes left on the clock. It's getting pretty dangerous here. Didn't realize this is actually a pretty good run. Yeah, that's, well, I mean, not that I'd seen this game before, but just watching it for a few minutes, it's pretty clear that this game has got some movement tech. It's got portable ladders. It's got this old guy who attacks stuff. I also like that it has a melee attack and it's not, you know, a run and gun kind of situation. So I think it's a pretty neat speed game right here. Oh yeah, good point. We need Cananophone to start talking again. Too quiet in here.
My bad.
Oh,
I was just so sad that Mythical would say that.
So saddened.
I'm
not
trying
doing
to
a
fix
job.
Trying trying to fix my mouse a little bit.
You had one job.
Well, alright.
Hey,
Now
I could-
your one
I'm
job is
under
to
a
decide
boat.
if you want to reset, guys. So, this is your last chance to reset, because we are now in sudden death mode, starting right now. Sorry, you can go on. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Yeah.
That ended quickly.
Well, Error takes sudden death literally, whereas Zenic is actually moving on to the next level with a little bit of green numbers going for him. That's good.
Sudden death
I
is
say
a
yes to
pretty
this
hard
guy.
term.
Oh man, I worked the pumpkin world, I guess.
That'll do that. It's in the pits.
Looks like that's it for Zenic. He's done with this match. So, I think we've got our final times here for this match, match 2. Looks like Error wins this one with a 2:13.69 in Banana Prince, and Zenic just about 4 seconds behind him. A little under 4 seconds behind him with a 2:17.12. So far, we've got 1-1 here. Zenic wins the first Street Fighter 2010 match, and Error wins the Banana Prince match. Officially 1-1. So that's good as far as creating maximum excitement for the viewers. Having it so that the third match actually makes a difference is a very good thing.
And the crowd goes wild.
Calm yourselves, everyone.
Yay.
Calm yourselves. We don't want to get kicked out of Twitch for being too rowdy.
Ready for RNG hell?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, this goal apparently everyone
Too bad.
loved.
The first part of the goal is RNG hell, because whether you one cycle the boss or not depends on whether he decides to stick around. And then if you don't one cycle him, good luck two cycling him, because where he teleports next is kind of random.
Yeah, kinda. But is it entirely? Is the question.
Well, no, he spawns above you at some sort of juncture.
I'm just gonna keep acting all shifty.
You're the expert. You're supposed to tell us. Tell us.
Oh, I actually don't know.
That's what I thought.
This is why.
Because I watched your
I did-
PB and I watched Stanchi's PB, and and everyone had fun with this.
Well, I'm sure once you've gotten past this first level, it'll be fun.
Oh yes, now
It'll be
It's
fun
full
losing
of-
your run.
Right,
it'll
yeah.
be fun.
Yeah, having to reset after finally getting the level 1 you want, I'm sure.
My hope was that the rest of it was tricky enough that it would offset the RNG. But it sounds like more instead it's just going to make it even more annoying when you get the good luck and then die.
Now, certainly there is a lot of skill involved with the rest of the goal, because most of that you can manipulate and do really quickly. Even the auto-scroller portion. Did I say the auto-scroller was, you could make it fast?
You can
Yeah,
sort of
you
speed it up.
could.
I think it's more that you can make it slow, so just not doing that is how you make it
Right.
fast.
Yeah, doing
That's true.
serious attempts at this game would be pretty annoying. Like, I got a deathless run, and that was good enough for me.
Hey, I speedrun Zelda 2. I go for pee bags.
There you go.
Makes me sad.
You're used to disappointment. You'll be
Does
fine.
Zelda 2 have auto-scrolling, though?
I
guess
don't know.
it sort of...
Like half the rooms in the palaces are basically auto-scroll.
It's true, yeah.
It's got lots of large empty space.
At least with auto-scrollers, you can, like, jump around and stuff. Have fun.
Fun? What is fun?
There's no place for fun in Zelda 2, alright?
That's... You know what, all these Zelda 2... Everyone used to hate Zelda 2, because it was weird.
And now they still
It is
do, but they
still
also
Made it
speedrun it.
popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's, like, super popular, because of all the hipsters came together and are like, oh, actually, we like Zelda 2.
It's like, fine, play your Ocarina of Time and Link to the Past. I'm gonna play Zelda 2. So there.
Exactly.
Beating Zelda 2 kind of became a badge of honor. If you speedrun it, you're god. Right? Right?
Sure, obviously.
I mean, it's no Zelda 1.
Well, of course, you know, I say that
Pretty
I only play the worst category so far, so yeah.
Uh,
I pick up the candle. Wheelman like Fiesel can do it dark.
In the dark, it's easier in the dark, really.
I just made a Zelda 1 reference, and I remember your PB's 2 seconds faster than mine in Zelda 1. Oh my god. Or is it 4? It's not much.
What is your PB again?
3108.
Right. I'm 3104.
Damn.
Really should have been sub 31, but I butchered the last portion of the game.
That's how it goes.
Alright,
Mine
I'm
should have been
acclimated
sub
to the
31,
new
but I
script.
had a 230 level 3. That's the first level. So is this gonna get trucking here?
Yep, we'll be ready in just a moment. I'm gonna give the players just a minute to get themselves acclimated to this while I get myself set up.
I'm aware the RNG is going to troll me.
I don't think I've ever actually done this boss without it teleporting. I mean, except for the save state nonsense.
That is not how you do Sandworm.
Okay, I think it's probably about time to get this thing started. You guys both ready to do this?
Why not?
Sure.
Sure, good, fine. Well then, I think it's about time for the countdown. So, 3, 2, 1, go. In the rough, we got Street Fighter 2010, the final fight, our second match of this game, third match overall. Just in case you weren't here earlier, the players are 1-1 right now. with Zenic winning the first match of this episode, the first Street Fighter 2010 goal, and Error winning the second match of this goal, being Banana Prince. So we're back to Street Fighter 2010 again. This time they're beating levels 10, 11, 12, and 13. These stages basically come right after the ones that they did in the other goal. And they're about maybe midway through the overall speed run. This is going to be a bit different than the goals we saw in the goal we saw in the first match. Let's see. I guess the really tricky part is going to be getting through this first stage. Not because it's difficult, but because there's a really fast way of killing this boss, and if you don't get it, there's no point in even continuing on, because you're going to get beaten by whoever does get it. So we're probably going to see a lot of resets on the first level.
Yes, you are. Yeah, so I had them decked out with full power for this goal. This goal is actually literally the next stage after the previous goal. Which is sort of funny. Not that funny though, I guess.
Not haha funny.
Fun fact, I just used the hex editor and gave them all the power-ups instead of doing it manually, because
Nice, I do
getting
that.
Getting past the previous stage, not taking damage, is too annoying.
Yeah, so much easier that way. Just hack in the things you want.
So here they have this orb and the scissors kick, flash kick thingy. The flash kick, it powers up your backflip so that it'll also do damage. Backflip is always invincible anyway, whereas it's like tons of invincibility frames. I don't know how much they'll be using it though. We shall see. And the orb does a ton of damage. It's the same as a powered up like a jumping attack or a front attack. And you can also like hit an enemy with it, then turn around again, and it'll hit the enemy repeatedly. So it's good against some bosses. Pretty much any boss you can reach with it. And also some bosses you don't even have to do the turnaround thing. Like the one at the end of this level. Which I'm sure is what they're going to do against it. We'll see Error doing the boss right now. Yeah, exactly what I had suspected.
It's not a great run, but hey, it's on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
So yeah, right at the start of this duel, there's a thing where they're you can, when you climb up a ledge, you're doing the climbing up part, you have a ton of invincibility frames during that too. So if they time it right, the enemy enemies will just turn into a ball and then roll right through them without taking any damage. We'll see if any of them can have a boss fight with no teleports. Error had a pretty good boss fight back there.
But not one of the ideal ones.
Yeah, so second for level 11, yeah, you already reset. Usually you want to get a quick kill by doing some backflip. There's a few ways of fighting it. It's like just a skull that is very low on the ground. You want to hit it a little bit so you can, as soon as it comes up, you can finish it off.
Yeah, I missed any chance of that.
There's a few ways you can hit it. You can hit it with forward attacks, doing backflip attacks, or even with the orb. I've never found a consistent way to do it, but without taking damage. Top 5 tennis rackets. I don't remember what my brand is, but it's not one of the top 5 probably. I definitely added to that conversation.
Yeah, thanks for that.
So the climbing in this game and like clutching to walls, that also takes a bit to get used to, but it's once you get used to it, it's lots of freedom of motion. Like you won't clutch to a wall unless you're holding the jump button, or unless you press the jump button next to the wall. There's a nice backflip, downward attack by Zenic there. Now he's gonna try the... I don't even know what to call the boss. It's called Skull thing. He's also doing the backflips.
It's like a little head crab thing.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the mask from the first boss in Double Dragon 2. You know that guy who disappears, but for his mask, it looks just like that.
Maybe.
I just got the quick kill on him.
Of course it does. Oh, you got the quick kill?
Just need it off of the screen.
Well, the level 2 boss, not the level
right.
1
Okay.
that's all RNG.
Right.
The one we can control.
Now for this auto-scrolling one, it's actually... This is a pretty tricky one. It's... Because you can lose time by doing any jumping at all, and also by not standing in these turbo zones. So that's nice by Zenic, he's able to collect 2 powers by just jumping once. They've learned more about doing this level than I ever bothered doing. So this is harder than it looks, because the sandworms, the hitbox is very unforgiving. It's very easy to like take damage and be like, oh, I wasn't touching it. This.
That looks like Zenic is through that level.
And he's, as long as you have 2 health, as long as he doesn't like completely botch. Oh, he has a slightly, seems like a safer strategy against the boss. Well, you know what safer means.
Hopefully slower.
Well,
So, you never know with all the lag. This game lags a lot.
we do have a completed run here from ZenicReverie. He's at 244.8 is what it says on the manual splits. So we'll know in a moment when Ark finishes timing it what the exact timing for that is going to be, but it is, I could tell by looking at the comparison that it was a bit slower than the number 1 time currently. Yeah, lag is definitely an issue. You can see it going crazy during that bottom middle part of this first level. So I'm curious how many people actually have played this game before. If anyone watching is at all familiar with it. You've got, okay, you have, I would hope. I think the 4 people in this call have actually played this game before. But other than that, I don't know.
Screw up the platforming to the boss, get the boss, RNG quick kill. To be about even.
We've got a couple people. Pac-Man says he's played this. Bad Breaks has played it. Electron has, but didn't make it very far.
Good kill on the skull boss thing. Design issues. Oh yeah?
Yeah, so I had seen this game before. When I was a kid, I do remember this game existing. It wasn't, super obscure. It might just be because it was called Street Fighter that it stood out in my mind, but I do remember it being a thing. So I imagine it was at least somewhat popular.
Yeah, I can't even remember where I heard of this game from first. It can have been. I don't think I ever heard of it when I was young though.
So yeah, Error's got a fantastic split going into this auto-scroller here. Let's see if you can keep that up.
And my split was late in the PB.
Oh, okay, so that's what that was. Yep, Bad Breaks points out that D. Tysonator did a no-damage run of this game.
He did.
Pretty impressive. Yeah, there's a few of these levels that I could see it being extremely hard to get through with no damage. Yeah, 1990 was the release date on it. There we go. Error's final time has come in here. It is he saved 4.8 seconds from where he split last time.
That's some good stuff.
2:35 is the time to beat now for first. $1990 is pretty late. See, I used to think so, but I'm realizing that there's a lot of games, a lot of NES games that came out in the 90s. I mean, it's late by, black box standards. I mean, compared to the original set of NES games, that's pretty late, but...
Zenic had a good first split.
Oh yeah, it looks like Zenic managed to chop almost 7 seconds.
He one-cycled the boss.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, let's see if he can ride that to victory here.
Looks doubtful. It's a bit tricky when you lose so much of well, I guess the power-up's not that big of a deal. Depends what his strategies are.
Having high power helps for the sandworms, but it's not really that necessary.
Alright, yeah, Errors 235 is on the board now. 235.27.
Yeah, Zenic's gonna have to restart. Too much damage.
That's right, Wario Woods was the last game released for NES. Oh yeah, licensed game, I suppose. There are still games released for the NES even today.
Incoming Battle Kit on SGL.
That certainly will happen. We will have Battle Kit on SGL. We had Dryer on SGL, so that's another recent NES game. I think that was the first modern NES game that we've had. Alright, so yeah, it looks like one cycle is what we want ideally, and 2 cycles seems to be the thing that people are resetting if they don't get.
Yes, sir.
At this point, that's probably a good strategy.
Yeah, does the 235 have a 1 cycle kill or not?
Yes, it does, but I butchered the platforming on the way.
Ah, okay, so a 2 cycle could still be a viable thing for getting first place right now.
I mean, I didn't butcher it bad, but there's definitely savings I could be making on the way to the boss.
It certainly seems like the second level could maybe be optimized a bit. I saw, well, I don't know if the 235 had some mistakes, but
235, the second boss is pretty good.
Or wait, I'm thinking of the third one. The auto-scroller one's the third one. Right.
It has some improvements that can be made to it. I don't know how much.
I was looking at a list of late NES releases. There are some terrible, terrible games on this list. Oh boy.
Well, just over 10 minutes left on the clock. Well, we got a lot of SGL happening this week. Tonight we're doing Street Fighter 2010. Tomorrow we've got Rhino Rumble is the game, and it's Andy and Cards of the Heart facing off against each other in that Rhino Rumble, and another Game Boy or Game Boy Color game that has yet to be revealed. And that's going to be at 8 p.m. We started at 9 p.m. today, but tomorrow's 8 p.m. Friday, also at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, is going to be Dragon Dark versus Cananophone, playing RoboCop versus the Terminator. RoboCop vs. Terminator is the game for Friday.
I've seen plenty of that game played by Mr. Inzolt, and some by Dexter as well.
Yes, I recall it was this past AGDQ, I think. That's where I saw Inzolt and Dexter working on it together, and I think that's when they found all the zips. I think it all, well, they probably found some more later, but that's when that whole, like, glitch finding in RoboCop versus Terminator seemed to have originated. So that was pretty interesting to watch.
The zips all look pretty funny, because it doesn't seem like they're really even doing anything.
Yeah.
They're just falling, like, into a laser. They're gone. And then the stage is over.
I think Inzolt explained it to me as, like, if you can, like, switch from a small gun and a big gun if you pick up the big gun power-up. And the big gun sprite is bigger, and it actually pushes you if you're too close to a block.
That is something we have to deal with a lot. It's really weird. It even does that if you're like laying on the ground. Change weapons when you're laying on the ground and you like move a bit. It's great. My favorite thing is probably how, like, when a level ends, instead of RoboCop's sprite disappearing or something, it just turns black. But you can still move and, like, fall. It's like they tried to hide it, but it's not actually hidden. It just turns black.
Wow, we got some really peppy Kirby's Dream Land music to go with Street Fighter 2010. It's sort of an interesting pairing.
Kirby's Dream Land 2010.
I feel like the worse I do in the platforming, the better the boss pattern is.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Bad run gets good RNG, and vice versa.
Probably that global timer.
Sure.
Blame the global timer.
All about the manipulation, indeed. So the guy teleporting around wouldn't be so bad, except you can only attack once when you jump. You get one shot.
It's very true. Unless you were to attack in a different way.
Sorry, Bad Rakes, there's no way to speed up SGL. SGL is basically an auto-scroller.
I was talking to Bad Breaks like way last night before I went to bed. And now he's still up. Go to bed.
There's always video games on, though. When would you sleep? There's just no time to sleep anymore.
April Feasel.
Close. Very close. Alright, 3.5 minutes left on the clock right now.
Alright, Error's got to start here. Now for the boss number 2.
I did slightly
Level
worse on the boss, but still
11.
one-cycled him.
Mm-hmm.
He took a hit, but still fine.
Actually, no, I didn't.
Yeah, that's a good point, Captain Goof. I remember 2010 as well, and the streets did not look like this.
Are you sure? Maybe you've been brainwashed by cyboplasm.
By cyboplasm. That's a great term, cyboplasm.
Cyboplasm. Yep. Well, you know, Troy and Ken, invented it, and now it's taking over the world. If you use just a little cyboplasm, it can help mankind, but someone had to take it too far.
So that's a good question. Why hasn't anybody selected E Honda?
He's too slow.
It's got that slap attack, though. It's pretty hard to beat.
This is kind of what Ken's doing. You do lots of slap attacks.
Oh, right. We got a boss fight here, don't we? Zenic's way ahead.
We sure do, yeah. Zenic's crushing it. Let's see what happens.
Boss dies.
I don't think there's enough. I need a 1 cycle.
Yeah, he doesn't quite shave off enough time there. Looks like it works out to be 236.9 on the manual splits. We'll
Looked like he hit the split sort of late, but...
Yeah, he may have. So we'll find out. Ark's going to be working on this run hastily, and we will know in a moment.
I'm scared.
He was actually 0.8 ahead going into the final boss. Of comparing the two splits of the two players.
Yeah, it's tough because you don't know when they're
darn
manually
safe
split.
strat.
I got killed on the sandworm stage. I did have a bad sandworm stage in this.
Well, about 30 seconds before it's going to be decision-making time.
Yeah, Zenic made up a lot of the time on the sandworm. Assuming these splits are close-ish, or accurate enough.
Mm-hmm. The sandwich stage. There we go, we got the official times up there on the board. Error's time is still better than Zenic's. Zenic got a...
Oh boy.
They both have a 235. Error's 0.27 and Zenic is 0.69, so they are a third of a second apart. And now it is time for last
Good
call.
stuff.
It is last call for resets, guys. This is your last chance.
White Russian. And... Get it?
Yeah,
Last
no
call.
more resets past now. Last call. Yeah, I get you.
Alcohol. This is a pretty rough game to have last calls on, because
Right, because like right at the beginning is where you know that the game
the
runs
last
over.
call is pretty much worthless. Well, maybe you can make up 10 seconds.
And he's finished. Error hops into the portal and is about 3 seconds behind his PB. It is still possible for him to PB with that, I would think. But at this point, it's his match. Error's picking up small amounts of time.
Have to do the states perfect.
Oh,
That is not the way to do it perfect.
hold on, we got a rebuffer here. Looks like we just had a frame drop, but we're back.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's see.
We're done.
Error manages to miss that sandworm, so that's it for that run. Looks like we have an official conclusion to this match right here. Extremely close, maybe one of the closest ones we've had in this tournament so far. 235.27 from Error versus a 235.69 from Zenic. So extremely close.
Good job, Aaron.
Thank you.
There's some good stuff.
That was a hard game to speedrun, I would think. It looks like it was really challenging to get the runs that you guys did.
I mean, there's a lot of RNG involved, but still, you gotta take. There's still lots of high skill-based areas too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And
it is what it is.
just because the start had that RNG, basically it came down to were you able to execute on the few tries you could actually get that get past the first boss.
Well, I've put a bonus game up in honor of the special day today.
Is it Back to the Future NES?
It is Back to the Future Part 2 for the NES.
That's.
Part 2.
This says parts 2 and 3.
Oh, it's 2 and 3, I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Let me in on this.
They combined the games.
Seems wrong.
I want in.
You want in?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Do you still have a stream key from last time?
I do. I don't. It might be one of theirs. Or
It's
wait,
they're on 1 or 2. What are you on?
I am on probably 4, but it doesn't show. It's like all blacked out.
Oh, it doesn't even tell you what the letters of the stream key are.
Yeah.
Well, boot it up and we'll see what happens. Alright, but we have the conclusion of today's matches, and we have Error winning this this round. He beats Zenic 2 out of 3. Error won the second and third matches, and Zenic won the first one. So, Error's going to move on to the next round in the winner's bracket. We don't know who he's going to be playing yet, because we're still... this is our first episode of this round of the tournament, so we don't know. Just see if we have some idea of who it could be, though. Error is going to be playing either Andy or Cards of the Heart. Tomorrow is when the two of them face off, Andy and Cards of the Heart. They're playing Rhino Rumble. So after tomorrow, 24 hours from now, we will know the answer of who will Error play. ZenicReverie is moving down to the loser's bracket, and let's see who he's going to end up against. Oh, I guess we won't know for a while until that, what that's going to be.
So the losers bracket's gonna have four
Yeah,
person matchups.
they're going to be 4-person matchups up until the end of the loser's bracket. The final matchup of the loser's bracket is going to be a one-on-one.
Alright, so I think I'm on fast 4.
Okay, you're on 4. I just added you to the goal, so you should be able to see it now on the player page. And you're on 4, you said? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what this goal means.
I didn't know what the stage numbers were. I think it's the 4th stage. I think.
What are you talking about?
Oh shit! Did I give you the wrong one? I gave you the wrong. Okay? Sorry.
This is the wrong This is the wrong game.
No, this is the right game. I just gave you
No, it's not.
the goal for. What?
Oh, I see. The wrong goal.
I gave you the wrong goal. I gave you the goal for Back to the Future 1.
I'm so confused.
I'm
yeah, I was
sorry.
like, what?
That was my mistake. Yeah, there's no skateboarding section in this. In that case, I don't know. Don't bother running a timer because I don't know what the endpoint should be.
Let's just play the
Let's
game.
just see how far we can get.
Here, I'll get the first item.
Sorry, you're right. Yeah, because I had worked on a goal for Back to the Future 1 before I realized that it'd be more appropriate to pick this game.
Would it though?
I don't know if there's anything appropriate about any of the Back to the Future games.
Alright, funky things are happening. I'm scared.
Alright, so you go to the left and you get a key from the spiny thing. And
You
go
got a
to the
key?
right.
I got a subway. Wait, I can jump on the spines? That's weird.
Yeah. And you go to the right and enter the door. And you do that sinking feeling. You get the mysterious item. Yeah, this game is pretty neat. I don't know how you could make this game.
What is this? I don't even...
There we go.
So did you actually have goals for this? Or?
No, not for this one.
Because I have no idea what you would even do.
I don't know either. I don't know the purpose of this game. I actually was looking at Back to the Future 1 when I was, trying to come up with something for this. And this was sort of a last-minute idea to change it to this game.
Goal 1, do anything.
Do something that gets us out of this level. Whoa, here we got some Load Runner scenes going on. What
I think I need a key. Where do I get a key?
The spiny things, or I don't know. Some of them drop keys. It's very. Inconsistent.
This is a high quality game, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This game, honestly, it would be fun if it were nothing but. You probably won't ever find one, but the puzzle screens.
The puzzle screens? There was one puzzle screen, or is that what that was?
Yeah. Where you find the doors where you have to use a key to unlock them.
I like how the DeLorean is your respawn. Pretty cool.
And if you find the... I don't have any keys.
I'd like to know what's actually happening. Why are you in a green graveyard? Or what is this? You're in a green
we're
something.
in the dystopian present.
This is the dystopian... Well, what would have been the dystopian future, but is now for us the dystopian past.
I mean, it was... This is...
That guy has a hoverboard.
This is 1985.
This is 1985.
Oh man, I got
There's
a
hoverboards, though.
Yeah, don't... I mean... I don't know how to...
You mean like when it was made, this was 1985?
No, I mean, we're in 1985. See, I entered the car, and now it's saying... It's currently 1985.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And I'll just use my fuel to go into the future. So the future is much nicer looking. Except for the fish that jump out of the river and try to kill you.
So, cheaps?
I didn't think.
I definitely wouldn't say that.
So this was another 1990 release.
Mm-hmm.
Like our Street Fighter 2010 game.
So much time travel.
Uh-oh. Reload. There you go. Okay, so I got the story here. For part 2, when Doc takes Marty to the year 2015 to prevent his future son from committing a crime, old Biff takes the Gray's Sports Almanac and travels back to 1955 and gives the book to his younger self. And then over the next 3 decades, young Biff uses the information to win money on the outcome of the sporting events, making him the richest and most powerful man in the world. To ensure that no one else gets their hands on the almanac, Biff travels through time and collects various items and puts them behind locked doors in 3 different time periods. Wow, that's a good plan.
Yep.
This action has caused a disruption in the timeline, and now the space-time continuum is falling apart. With Hill Valley in ruins, Marty must now travel to all 3 time periods and find and return all the items back to their original places in order to retrieve the almanac and destroy it.
Yep, so you need to find 30 items.
So that's why we have hoverboarders in places where they shouldn't be, in times that they shouldn't be, because the space-time
Oh,
continuum is
they
destroyed.
actually explained that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for them. And then after you do that, you go back to the Old West and you do it again for 10 more items. And most of the puzzle things in the Old West are basically impossible. Well, it's not that bad, but it's unreasonable.
Interesting. So Nike released Power Lace sneakers today. Interesting.
Oh, nice.
And Pepsi released Pepsi Perfect.
So wait, in the movies, is it the 21st? I mean, the date, October 21st?
I don't know. Isn't it? Is it? Let me see.
Because in here it said the 26th. I mean, I'm sure this is... If this were wrong, I would be not surprised. I can't find any item delivery room.
Ah, no, it's the 26th is in 1985. It's October 26, 1985, and October 21st, 2015. So I guess it was more than 30 years.
Or less, then.
Or less than, if you do arithmetic correctly. Yes.
You'd find a map. So the map to this game is insanely large.
Is it? Is there a map somewhere that let me see. Ness
I
has one.
can't find it.
This
I
may
know
be-
I know I've seen one.
This may be too obscure for Ness Atlas, but I'll give it a look. Oh, it's got it. Okay. VG Maps has it. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's pretty big. Okay.
And there's one for each time.
Let me see.
And one for the old lad. Well, now I have no idea where the heck I am. There's an item that will tell you what screen you're on. I don't have it.
Wow, that's an enormous map. That's way too big.
Yeah, I found the
It's
something.
way too... You found something?
Yeah,
Like an item?
It's like, yeah, it's like I got the, it's like a trophy thing,
That's pretty good.
and now I'm supposed to return it to its proper
Hey,
time.
you both have an
period
ice cream
back in
milkshake.
spot.
Oh, well, Zenic doesn't have an ice cream milkshake anymore. But he had one at one time. Looking through the whole map to see where I am. Can't find it.
Did that bonus room that Arrow was just in, that spelled something, right? Those were letters?
Yeah, it has the item with its letters shuffled.
3 lives.
Oh, that's what it said.
Yeah, it has an item. It's the name of one of the items with the letters shuffled, and you have to choose the right item. Oh, and when you game over, you lose all your keys. That's basically the only thing that happens, even though it's extremely inconvenient. So now I can't enter that door. Log on, Bob. Photograph. Okay.
Oh, nice. I found the soundtrack. I'm sure this is going to be good.
Honestly, it's... Unless it has the part where the song when a bird is on the screen, then the soundtrack is basically fine.
Oh, okay.
But when a bird is on the screen, it's the worst.
Unscramble the letters to find out which object belongs in this room?
Hmm. You can't actually like manipulate the letters though.
Destia Borg.
Alright, so there's no key within like 3 screens of where I am.
I'm
Or
on a
by screen, or
skateboard.
it's like 5 minutes away. Also, like you see this map, but it's not like you can't go from like the top to the bottom, like just by keep going down. A lot of them has no like exits or entrances, and the only way to get there is to time travel to a different time period. Go up there and then time travel back. It really is just a giant fiasco. Oh, you can manipulate the letters. Wow. You don't have to. I had no idea. Well, it's a photograph. I don't have one of those. I'm so lost. Oh god. Yeah, if you have like 10 hours, you can play through the first part of this game.
Yeah, the soundtrack is pretty decent. I mean, it's not shrill and obnoxious. It's listenable.
Yeah. Alright, well I'm too lost, so I think I'm gonna head out of here.
Yeah, I've about had enough of this.
You need a plan before you play this.
I've had enough of what the present could have been.
The task of this, I think game overs like 8 times to get fuel. Because you need fuel to time travel at all, and you need to time travel frequently. And it has mechanics that will not let you farm fuel from anything, from anywhere. Like if you get fuel from a screen and these trash can type enemies also drop fuel. Let's say you kill them to get like 2 fuel, then you take one of the like up arrow doors, then come back. They won't drop fuel anymore. And no fuel, like it's terrible. Like they're actively trying to just waste your time.
Wow, it's like if Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure was a side-scroller, it would be this.
Yeah. Did I mention there's no like passwords?
There's no passwords?
No. There's nothing. But anyway, it's fun hanging out.
Yeah, thanks
And
for helping us with commentary on 2010. Street Fighter 2010.
See you guys on Friday.
Laters.
Bye-bye.
And on that happy note, I think I'm out of here too. So,
All right, thanks. Congratulations.
thanks a lot. Thank you. Till next time. Versus. I'll definitely be watching, I guess, tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow to see who your next opponent's going to be. All right, see you later.
Alright.
I like the hoverboarding.
Yeah, it's nice, but it doesn't seem to take me far enough to reach that door.
Huh.
I don't see any other way to get there, though.
Can't really boost off enemies in any way.
No. They have the same jump height, same height as your jump when you hit them. What? Come on.
I like how there is a Super Mario Brothers enemy as one of the enemies here. Like, no attempt to hide the fact that it's just taken straight out of SMB.
Right.
I mean, I guess when the space-time continuum is all messed up, that kind of thing can happen.
I have no idea where I'm at.
I wonder if a person who knows the outcomes of sports games really could just bet so often and win so much money without anyone suspecting anything.
Yeah, you'd think they'd catch on eventually.
Right, he became the richest person in the world by betting on sports games and winning. And that's, like, at some point people are going to be like, look dude, we're not taking any bets with you. You can't participate.
Right. Maybe I could use the DeLorean.
Can you actually get onto the DeLorean for anything other than respawning?
No, you have to take a death.
Oh, but you think you could take a death in that spot and you're like getting thrown out of the car will
Yeah.
get you up there? Maybe.
Oh, dang it. What's this one? Shake? Nope. No way. Let's do it. Oh, come on. Is it this one? No. It's the other one. I'm gonna try and get that at the door and see what it gives me.
Huh.
I don't think I'm gonna play much more of this though.
Yeah. Doesn't have a lot of staying power, this game.
No. Especially when you're lost like this.
Yeah, some games I just honestly wonder how they ever expected anyone to really play through it. Not just because of, you know, the difficulty or being, you know, tough to figure out, but just because some games I think just get boring.
I think I can do this. Ah. This one will do it. Oh,
Hey, well done. Okay, now this is a Load Runner level.
yeah. Oh no, they're all They're coming for me.
Watch out for those pixels. So we could draw sprites for these enemies, but let's not.
Oh man. Am I losing a life every time? Yeah. Yeah.
You know, this game might be more fun if it was all just levels like this. If they just gave you room after room of, you know, collect all the things and get to the exit. Because then at least...
Someone was saying that. Was it Cananaphone?
Oh yeah, did he say that that's what they should have just made this game?
Yeah.
Because I get this. This has a clear objective. And you know when you're making progress.
So I got a timepiece.
Ooh. You have found the...
I don't know.
Yeah.
Found the stopwatch.
Found the stopwatch,
Pocket
I guess.
watch, maybe. I don't know. Oh no! Bird, why? I remember a bird there. Go away, bird. I think the room was this way. Not this one though. Is that Dastwork?
It's a Dastiabork. I don't think you have the Dastiabork, though.
I don't think I have a Dastwork. Well,
Is that it?
alright. That's it for me.
Alright, cool.
Alright. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for being on. We'll see you for the next match.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And with that, it's just me in the call. Just Fees by himself. Nothing else to do. I could just DJ random game soundtracks for you for the rest of the night, but I should probably cut the broadcast and let you guys move on to other streams. Thanks for watching SGL. We're going to be back tomorrow, actually today now, depending on what time zone you're in, but Thursday evening, which is either today or tomorrow for you, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's going to be Andy and Cards of the Heart facing off in Rhino Rumble for the Game Boy Color. So tune in and check that out. We've got two mystery tournament winners. I guess they're both mystery tournament winners facing off against each other, so it's going to be a pretty high-powered match. Don't miss it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following. See you next time.